Going on, Taurus? I hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for May 23rd to the 29th, 2022. So in this reading, Taurus, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides regarding the 23rd to the 29th May 2022. But before we begin, Taurus, as always, I would like to let you know that you are super welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. I appreciate you in advance, Taurus, for taking the time to check this reading out. And if you feel that it resonates with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe if you have not already. For future updates, that'd be greatly appreciated over here. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and crank into this reading. Give me a moment and I will pull the energy for you, Taurus. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for Taurus. Okay, Taurus, give me a sec while I lay out these cards. We'll see what we got going on here for you. Okay, Taurus. Very interesting energy here. So in your opportunity, Taurus, I feel like this is a theme coming back again for the returning viewers. In your opportunity for the 23rd to the 29th, you have the Six of Wands. Okay, the Six of Wands is all about victory. It's all about overcoming some sort of difficult situation. And I feel like for you, for some of you, it's recognizing that you already have. And for some of you, it's recognizing, the opportunity is to recognize that you have more things to conquer in your life, and something that you're doing, you've already conquered it, okay? And maybe you're telling yourself that no, and of course, there's infinite depth to anything. Like you can get better and better at anything. You can always improve anything. But I feel like something that you're doing in your reality, whether this is being with a certain person in a relationship, Taurus, or being in a certain career, or having a certain daily routine meditation practice, however you connect to spirit, something like that, it's like you're already winning at it and people can see it. But at the same time, there's a feeling of you need to expand beyond this. And I kind of feel like this is a theme. Now, your challenge here is the Page of Cups in your challenge here. So there could be a challenge to kind of innocently move through life without a lot of boundaries. You know, the Page of Cups is a really fun card because it's kind of hard to categorize the Page of Cups, right? They play the role of the dandy like really well, like someone who has a lot of like freedom. They can't really be categorized, and it kind of like brings out this like unconscious attraction. Like other people are very attracted to that like elusive, mysterious energy. And for you, it's like your challenge may be to move on from something and expand your self-image beyond a box. Like I kind of feel like although it's a weird frequency, like although inside you know yourself, you're all of the universe, right? Like you're not limited, Taurus. But basically, like there's this challenge of moving gracefully through life and just like not really giving a shit. Like the problem is I'm really feeling like you give a shit. Now, you could sit here and say, I don't care what other people think of me. Well, that's probably true to a certain extent, but I'm telling you this, so we're going to have to get into it here. We're going to have to clarify. Now, in your overall general energy here, Taurus, it's pretty intense here. We have the Seven of Swords, the Judgment card, and also the Nine of Swords. In your overall general energy for the 23rd to the 29th. I feel like with the Judgment card here, you're really hearing the call from Spirit to renew your life in a certain way. But for some reason, there's guilt. I just get like the feeling of there's a feeling of guilt for walking away. There's a feeling of like, now for some of you here, Taurus, what I am sensing is that if you're in a relationship with someone who's not really giving what you're giving, like this could be a recognition that someone in your reality is up to no good. And like a clear message from Spirit, if you're dealing with this in a relationship issue, is never pay attention to people's words, just pay attention to their behavior. And this is kind of like a sad truth about this reality, but if someone does something once, no matter how much they apologize, no matter how much they say they've changed, they're probably going to do it again. Okay, it's character, unless you're like on the spiritual path and you really work on your shit. But let's be honest, most people aren't. So what's coming through here with the Judgment, the Seven of Swords, and the Nine of Swords, Taurus, we're going to have to clarify what this is about, but there's just like, for the 23rd to the 29th, it's like an inner conflict. This could be a conflict with, I just feel for some of you, you're letting go of a career, and for some reason it's like very scary. Like I feel like you don't know what to do, and I feel like you have to expand your role, especially if you're a woman here, Taurus. If you're a female Taurus watching this reading, I feel like you have to be the feminine, the masculine dandy, where you embrace masculine qualities in yourself, and you realize that you create your own opportunities in this life. Like you create your own luck, you create it all. Now, there could be also an offer from someone here, but we're going to have to see. We're going to have to clarify. Now, in what you don't see coming, it's kind of a weird frequency as well. You have the Four of Pentacles here. You have the centerpiece you're reading, the Two of Swords. You also have the Two of Pentacles here. So I almost get this feeling of like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. In your reality for the 23rd to the 29th, like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I feel like there's a bit, because this card is right underneath the Judgment card. It's going to manifest differently for some of you, Taurus. I feel like there's a major change that I think some of you are fearing the consequences of making this change. This could be a change in career for some of you. This also could be recognizing that someone does not have your best interest in hand in a relationship. Like I said, like the Six of Wands here in your opportunity is to realize like you've already done it. It's like the frequency of like a lot of athletes when like, let's say like they win championships and they could just go out on their high horse, but sometimes they stick around too long and they kind of tarnish their reputation. And it's almost like you're tarnishing your reputation with Spirit. Oh my God. Now, I don't want to make this like a weird reading, because when you die, when you return to Source, there's no one in heaven that is like waiting for you and saying like, Taurus, you didn't do the right thing in this life. Like, I don't want to make this that, but I'm basically, because you're being guided to recognize that there's a big incompatibility in your life with something that probably is valuable to you, but it's not there anymore. And I just feel like Spirit is almost like, Taurus, what are you doing here? It's like you're doing something that you know better. So it's a really tricky, it's like you think like ignorance is bliss. No, ignorance is not bliss. It's really not. It's like a way. So I'm not saying you're ignorant. So this is just the frequency of we're going to have to clarify this reading. I also sense there's a choice in love here. I also sense there's a choice in love. Like for some of you here, Taurus, like definitely there's a feeling like there's people coming in for you that you may be closed down to, or you may be like, you need to test the water. So in the advice from your spirit guide, we have spirit guides and angels. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles. We also have the King of Swords. So a lot of people here, I feel like your advice is no matter who you are, Taurus, it's to get stern with yourself as well. I really feel that, especially if you're like a woman or even a man, it's like, it's time to make a decision and just like double down on it and like fully commit to something new, or like fully commit to that, whatever spirit is calling you to do with that Judgment card, the Nine of Swords. Like, you could be losing sleep over this. This could be an individual that you just need to cut out, by the way, if it's not career. It's almost like Spirit saying you need to embody these qualities. The King of Swords can be a little bit sharp tongue, just really like disciplined. Also the King of Pentacles, like, this is not the King of Wands, eccentric, the King of Cups, like fun. This is serious. You got some seriousness going on in your reality. And your challenge is to kind of like move through a serious energy playfully. Okay, you also could be dealing with a very immature individual. For some of you, I do feel you have to recognize that someone isn't treating you properly. I'm not going to say that anyone's like cheating on you or anything, but like in your overall general energy, the Seven of Swords, the Judgment, the Nine of Swords, you're kind of just ignoring. It's like, and what you don't see coming is you're going to be tempted to ignore something, or someone's doing, the roles could be reversed. Like, because the centerpiece to your reading is the Two of Swords. You know, the Two of Swords, like, this person has opportunities behind them on this island, but they can't even turn, they're like refusing to turn around to like even look at like the prospects. You're like, no, like the grass is greener here, but is it really? You don't know what's on the other side of the island. The moon is also here. So it shows that what you don't see coming, it's like you have a decision to make. You have a decision to make that may impact your financial future. This is one of those readings we're really going to have to clarify and see what's going on. But I always encourage you to use your own intuition as you see the images as it connects to your subconscious mind, because that's what it's for. So let's go ahead and clarify why the Six of Wands is here. Yeah, it could have to do with a long-term relationship that you've had. Let's go ahead and see why the Six of Wands is here. It's almost like you've caught someone as well. Like, because the Seven of Swords and the Six of Wands are like coming together here. So it's almost like you have victory over anyone who's been trying to scheme you. And this could even be archons, by the way. Like, for a select few of you, Taurus, you have to realize that in this reality, there are forces of the light and forces of the dark. You could say the forces of the dark have just forgotten that they're connected to the light. There's archons who, especially if you have a big spiritual mission in life, and this is a really weird frequency coming through. Like, you almost have this like primitive, and I'm not afraid to, if this reading offends you, go to some other tarot reader who's just like, you know, he's gonna sugarcoat. I'm not sugarcoating. You almost have this outdated belief system that's implanted into you by the archons. You could say negative thought forms, you could say demons, you could say collective social conditioning, however you want to label this. It's like you're not expanding due to an influence that you're taking to be your own thought that's not your own thought. This is weird. I feel like it's like okay, let's go ahead. So just take it as you know, take it with a grain of salt, as always. It's not going to be for all of you. Why is the Six of Wands here? Getting a weird feeling from this reading. Why is the Six of Wands here in your opportunity? Like, there are forces that will try to block your spiritual development with giving you rationalizations, with giving you the perfect argument as to why you need to stay the same. And it's not, but you could say that it's just self-sabotage, it's just ego, it's just like your reptilian brain trying to keep you safe, because we evolved from, you know, primitive primates who just need to keep safe, who don't want to take risks. But it's not that. This is spiritual. And I know you're grounded, Taurus, so a lot of you might be like, what are you talking about, bro? No, just hold on. Why is the Six of Wands here? I think maybe you need to hold on. Why is the Six of Wands here in your opportunity? Yeah. You're going to heal from something that, like, the Star to the Six of Wands in your opportunity. If that really resonated with you, that you have some sort of dark energy around you, you're gonna be fine. Like, you're gonna renew. The Star is all about healing, rejuvenation. As well, there's some sort of victory in your life that you need to take advantage of, and you need to realize that you have like this win under your belt, but you still have more to go. So, I almost get that there's some sort of victory in your life. The victory could simply be awareness, by the way. It's actually kind of what I'm getting, because the Judgment card here is the Two of Swords and what you don't see coming. Like, self-awareness is the biggest thing you could have in this life. Like people who don't have self-awareness are kind of like a joke of a human being. Like, you could have a Harvard, make 300 grand a year, be a Harvard professor, but if you don't have self-awareness, it's like you can just tell. So the Star to the Six of Wands here, it's almost like you catch someone doing something bad and you're just like, okay, I'm going to heal from this, I'm going to go. But man, this reading is so strange. And by the way, yeah, or whatever. All right, let's clarify why why is the Nine of Swords here in your overall energy? What are you losing sleep over here? You know, yeah, no. Sometimes, yeah. Okay, yeah, the Nine of Swords is clarified by the King of Wands here. I feel for you women out there, like, you want to expand into this bigger role, but there's literally a negative archon. It's not your reptilian brain. It's not just that you are trying to be safe in the physical world. It's literally a spiritual force that is, and even if you're a guy, there's literally a spiritual force. Maybe it's an outdated belief system. It could be like going to college. It could be like studying the Bible. I used to do that. And nothing wrong with that, by the way, if that's your thing. But it's like, or it could be like, oh, money is bad. For some, it's like because you're trying to expand. You're trying to, like, the dandy. Remember, the dandy can't be categorized. The Page of Cups cannot be categorized. And right now, there's like a negative force trying to categorize you that you fully believe, but in your heart you know it's not really true. For others of you, if that's not your thing, the King of Wands to the Nine of Swords, I mean, you could have some person in love who you kind of caught doing something. This could even be a boss at work. The Seven of Swords to the Judgment card, now the Nine of Swords to the King of Wands. Like, this could be a masculine figure in your life who you're just really not happy with, you know, who just is really upsetting you or something like that. So just be aware of that. And yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and also clarify the Judgment card here. Why is the Judgment card here for you? Yeah, the Judgment card is clarified by the Three of Cups here. Three of Cups here. I feel no matter who you are, the whole theme of like being kind of trapped in a role, you have soul family out there that is waiting for you, but you're not really expressing yourself to your full capacity. You're kind of playing small. You're basically playing, no matter who you are, you're playing small. And even if you're not, like, you could have wins under your belt, you do. Six of Wands. So I'm not saying like you're small at all. Not even being small is a bad thing, right? Like, simplicity is amazing. But like, there's more soul family out there for you. For others of you, though, if you're dealing with kind of that deceptive behavior with one individual that you kind of caught doing something here, I mean, the Judgment of the Three of Cups, Nine of Swords, King of Wands here, Two of Swords in the centerpiece to your reading. Someone could be messing about and you're literally just like too afraid to like admit it, right? Judgment of the Three of Cups. I mean, you're making a judgment. Spirit's letting you know, hey, shady behavior is going on around you, and maybe you're not open to it, or maybe this person just hides it really well, but maybe you have no evidence, but your intuition is telling you that this is happening. For others of you, though, Taurus, if you're not dealing with like the whole scandalous thing, there's literally a dark force around you. And by the way, I have dark forces around me. We all are battling with things. When you come down here into this dimension, everyone goes through this. So I'm not like above this, by the way. I hope you realize that, okay? Because I know sometimes I can come off super impudent. there's a dark force that is preventing you from expanding to the point where if you were to expand, you will meet your soul family. Okay, so for me, even in my life, like I've met so many soul family members who have changed my life forever, but none of that happened until I got out of a limited perspective. Okay, so whatever that means for you. And I kind of feel like it has to do with the physical world. Like I kind of feel like it has to do with like you think if you're just gonna like meditate all day, like under a tree, that like magically your soul family is gonna come to you. And by the way, like it is destiny for you to meet your soul family. So I'm not trying to like maybe I'm being influenced by a dark force right now, right? Literally. So see self-awareness. But if you just meditate all day, it's like for some reason your soul family is gonna find you through expansion, through busting out of a role, like playing small, like. People unconsciously respect people who want the best out of life. And I'm talking like financially, I'm talking, it's just like this frequency of like, people aren't even seeing you because I think you have a lot of self-awareness most likely if you're still watching this. It's just like this little 10%. And because the advice from your spirit guides is all about the physical world. Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords, King of Pentacles here. Okay, let's go ahead and also clarify this page of... Now, I feel like I'm just kind of channeling the serious energy of this reading, so... You're supposed to have fun, obviously. Why is the Page of Cups here in your challenge, Taurus? I feel like, yeah. Okay, the Page of Cups is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles here. I feel like it has to do with abundance here. I don't want to offend any of you, so I just basically feel like you're being convinced to play it small, and that could have to do with financially. Like, why not expect the best? Like, at the end of the day, you gotta feel some way. You can either feel like you're you can either feel like you're small and it's other people's worlds and I'm just kind of like trying to survive, or you can be like, no, this is my world. Page of Cups and you have a win. But so I'm getting into the nuance here. Now, for others of you though, Taurus, with the Page of Cups to the Seven of Pentacles here, expanding your role in life, like being a little bit off the wall, like being a little bit like uncategorizable, that's going to lead to wealth for you. Okay, like even for me, like when I used to do like YouTube and I just I didn't have the alias, the autistic missing. I was like, hi guys, my name is Austin Reed and I'm here to teach you about the law of attraction and I'm a man. Now I'm like, no, I'm a Pleiadian. I'm like whatever I want to be. So I'm not saying that I'm not even saying that you're inauthentic. I'm saying that you know this. What the fuck? Okay. And so just be aware that it's two different stories here. And now it could be combined for a lot of you here with like the person who you're kind of catching doing something shady. For others of you, it's like your own self that needs to expand, that you're kind of blocking something here because you're just holding on. Let's clarify why the Two of Swords is the centerpiece to your reading, because I think it's going to manifest multiple ways depending on your specific situation. Why is the Two of Swords here the centerpiece to your reading? I don't know why the Taurus readings, like, I always channel this, like, very, I do it because, whatever. Why is the Two of Swords here? Judgment. Right underneath it. Two of Swords is clarified by judgment. It's either like you're not admitting to yourself, like some of you even may hear what I'm saying right now, like literally, and you're like, fuck that guy. Like, that's not me. But it might be the judgment. Now, the judgment card as well is making just, if it's not this whole serious like negative archons like thing, it's just, it's time to move on in your life. It's you already, the Six of Wands, you've already made it to the end point, or like you already have this win, but you need to expand here, and you just need to make a judgment as well about people. Like, just don't pay attention to the words people say. Pay attention to their actions over time. If someone did something once, the likelihood that they're going to do it again is like 100. I don't care about like some like fluffy spiritual principle. It's just the truth, okay? Okay. All right, let's go ahead also and go down here. Let's clarify why the King of Pentacles is here in your advice. I feel like if you're a woman, you're meant to but it's tough. I understand your pain here because, you know, the thing about being a woman that's really hard is like you're expected to have a full-time job and have children at the same time. Like, you're literally not designed to do that. Like, it's literally fucked up. So I feel you here, you know? I mean, whatever this is for you, this could be a new love offer coming in, a choice in love, basically, that maybe you're closed down to one and I just get like you have offers, but you're like, like there's something, or like maybe you want someone, but it's just like, there's a problem, there's like a person like getting in the way of someone who you, like the person that you really want, maybe there's a third party here, something like that. This is a dark reading. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Yeah, the King of Pentacles is clarified by the Chariot, okay? In your advice from Spirit, I feel like there's someone coming in for you who could offer you love, who you may be very closed down to. For others of you, though, Taurus here, I do feel like this is you embodying this energy yourself. Whether you're a guy or a girl, doesn't matter. You're divinely protected to basically level up and change your position, okay? Move with your intuition, knowing that you are protected. The Chariot, you're divinely protected. Like, if you are going to take a risk, if you're going to do something that like feels funny, like that may go against your belief system here. I would say also with the King of Swords, check out your belief systems. Like, do you have a subconscious meaning that money is evil? Like, do you have a gift that you need to give to the world that it's like you somehow view it as amoral? I don't think consciously. I think it's subconscious. Like, you know, it's funny. Like, we'll like go to the store and like buy Coca-Cola, like, which is literally like it's like poison. It's literally gonna like kill you over time. And you're just like, no, Coca-Cola's allowed to sell their thing, but me to offer like someone like me to somehow level up and make more money. Oh no, that's not for, it's like, so I just feel like there's a force here, and it could just be social conditioning. I don't want to scare you here, but like, I'm a mystic, so like I'm aware of this, how it really works. And you are too, if you're still here. So with that being said, I'm going to conclude this reading, Taurus. If you want more information on your situation, to get a better idea of what's going on for you, I feel like a lot of this could be internal, by the way. Like, the 23rd to the 29th, I don't want this to scare you. I think it's like an internal battle, but always it is necessary for your growth to go. You're facing your shit. No matter who you are, I want to congratulate you for facing your shit, especially if you've made it to this point in the reading. I have a lot of respect for you. Okay? The people who I don't really respect are the people who, like, they had a little resistance and they clicked off the reading. Maybe it just wasn't their reading, and then I do respect them. But if, like, I feel like that's one of those readings here where a lot of people might be triggered. But shout out to the real ones. And if you want more information on how to schedule a personal reading with me, click the link in the description box underneath this video. It's always an honor and a pleasure to work one-on-one with you guys to uncover what is going on in your life and for me to offer you advice as well as spirit. So thank you, Taurus. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you next time. This is the Autistic Mystic.